Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Force here, and today we will be taking a quick look at the campaign in Spec Ops: The Line. Spec Ops: The Line is a third-person modern military shooter developed by Jaeger, Y-A-G-E-R, can't pronounce that, published by 2K Games. Again, we're going to be looking at the campaign here. I want to show you guys the gameplay, take a look at the visuals, also talk about the game's features, and just give you my general overall impression of the game. We will be loading up a saved game here, starting at the very beginning of Chapter 5. Now, I don't want to spoil the story for anyone who may be interested in picking this up, but I do, of course, want to set the scene. So, basically, the premise here is that we are a group of U.S. military who are fighting against a group of rogue U.S. military. They've kind of decided to go off and do their own things, very bad things, and not in the best interest of anyone but themselves. So our objective here is not only just trying to survive, but trying to take them out in the process, because otherwise they'll just kill us. Now, once more, we'll be focusing specifically on gameplay and visuals here in this game. As you can see, third-person, modern military shooter, but for visuals, look at this. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful setting here. The set pieces in this game are pretty, I don't know, pretty interesting, pretty intriguing, and I do quite enjoy them. In terms of actual graphics, this isn't anything groundbreaking, but it's done well. It looks good. And the set piece here is awesome. I mean, we've got these skyscrapers, we're surrounded by sand dunes, it's like a sunken city. It's really, really cool, really, really intriguing. I find myself quite enjoying the set pieces here. This is set location-wise in Dubai. That is the setting. Of course, there's the real world Dubai, and then there's the fake world Dubai, which is kind of what this is. But I guess the best thing to say is this is where they take influence from, right? All right, now let's talk about the experience here in the gameplay, and rather how linear or open world it is. Well, for those of you who like open world gameplay, this is not going to be the game for you. Absolutely unbelievably set by set guided experience. This is one of the most linear games I've played in a while. If you're looking for open world, this is not going to be the game for you. Generally speaking, I would say there's three styles. You've got the incredibly linear guided experience that puts you from set piece to set piece. You've got the in-between, which has a little bit of room for exploration but tries to guide you overall. And then there's just straight up open world games. This is the first of those. They literally hold your hand from location to location. Now, when it comes to that is really going to come down to personal preference as to whether or not that's something that you enjoy. Personally, I actually typically like the middle of the road to the completely 100% open world games. So with that, it's kind of a little mark against this game for me personally. It's not exactly my preferred style. Taking out these guys here. They were scheming. What do you expect? They were scheming. We have to take them out. Oh my gosh, what is that guy doing? All right, there's a cover system in this game, which you're going to see me utilize here. Throw a grenade. Frag. Oh no. Ah! Darn it, that was a flashbang. I thought I had the wrong one. Alright, so again, as you can see, cover system here. So many third-person games using it nowadays. It is quite commonplace. It isn't the smoothest at all. I'm just going to straight up say that right now. It is not the smoothest cover system. And the sprint in this game, too, it feels like things stick a little bit, and not in a good way. You don't really snap in and out of cover the way you kind of feel like you should. I'm not sure what it is. I mean, part of the problem here is that sprint is the same keybind as taking cover, and it just doesn't feel really as responsive as I would typically like. It's manageable. It isn't terrible. Like, it could be a lot worse, but it also isn't the best cover system in terms of the feel and the snapping and the responsiveness. It really isn't the best at all. All right, we've got an option for two weapons now. This is my main hand weapon, and switching up to the auxiliary weapon, which is that right there.
Get a flashbang in there.
You also have commands for your crew. Oh, and we got one of them down actually, so we're gonna go up here and revive him. And you can see I just sprinted right by him, and that's one of the most frustrating things because
break's over, let's move!
to revive him, just like it is to take cover, it's the same keybind as sprint, and it just doesn't quite work very well. And I know there are other games that will use the same keybind for multiple things, but then it comes down to, well, how responsive can you get this, and how much can you get it to do what the player actually wants it to do? And it's just a little bit off in this game. Once more, not completely unmanageable, not god-awful, but not the best either. All right, let's move forward. We do have a bit of controls. Oh my gosh. A little friendly fire there. He was not happy with me. All right, so we're taking cover here. Going to do what we can to take out these guys. And just kind of pop and shoot there. There's also a random slow-mo that sometimes shows up as well. You will randomly have that occur. I don't know exactly why. And here's the rappel section. So we're going to go ahead and hop on down. The shooting in the game feels alright. Also, in terms of difficulty, there are 3 difficulties in the game initially, and a 4th difficulty which can be unlocked. Assuming, of course, that just happens when you beat the game on the highest difficulty that is currently available. Run out of ammo here, so we're going to want to switch up. That is with R. And I actually just picked up a sniper rifle, which is fun.
Sniper rifle here. Could be useful.
Scout tactical.
Down.
Keep your fucking head down.
Where are they?
We're pinned down. Take him
Whoa.
out.
This guy over there. And another sniper right over there. Ah! I'm surprised he did not take me out. Let's go ahead and reload that. Now there are also alternative forms of fire for various weapons. I did not mean to do that at all. I'm still working on the Ghost Recon Online controls, I feel like. I'm not, Alright, switch back to weapon. Go ahead and snipe that guy. We can, there's C. Bring it down. Back up. And he's gone. Now you do have control over your crew as well with middle mouse button holding it down. If you can mouse over someone, you can tell them to attack. Now it looks like there's no one at the moment for them to hit. Basically, if you mouse over with that triangle and there's actually someone there, it will lock on and tell your crew to attack it. I'm gonna pull on down right here, I guess.
Let's cross over. Move fast, stay low.
I've never enjoyed games that force you to hit a keybind to drop down from something. I've always found that just a little too restrictive.
Heads up! Tango, trying to move! He's exposed!
That guy.
Threat eliminated!
We need to take cover!
And we got a whole bunch of fire coming out here. What the heck? Serious? What a fool that guy was.
Heads up!
Get a flash lady there!
Look away!
Damn it, I'm out.
Neutralized!
Got a sniper there. Switch back to the rifle.
Threat eliminated!
Threat eliminated. They dropped down to.
Target's getting antsy!
Oh! Head off. That was a rocket launcher. Kind of endless waves of guys, and again, as you can see, just to confirm what I said earlier, just literally moving from one set piece to the next is exactly how this game is set up.
Enemy down!
No, another sniper. No, just a regular guy over there.
Another wave of reinforcements inbound!
Another wave of reinforcements. Great. So this is what you're going to expect with this game. You're going to be brought into various places, and you're going to be set with kind of X amount of waves and enemies to take out. And that's that.
Enemy on the move!
Target neutralized!
Eyes wide! Hostile with shotgun! We're taking some heavy fire here! Get one!
I think I'm a little bit too critical of the cover system, partially because of the fact that just recently I've been playing a lot of Ghost Recon Online, which is another third-person shooter, but just has an amazing feel and amazing responsiveness to it. And I think that with that being so fresh in my mind, that is part of the reason why even just having something that's not as good or a little bit suboptimal kind of gets me like, this is not good. Not a fan.
One down! That all of them? Clear. We're clear. Then we keep moving.
And we continue to push forward towards the next set piece. Quick talk of controls here, just show you guys quickly. So crouch is going to be the control, left control. Sprint and take cover and interact is going to be this here, which is a space bar. So I can sprint forward, and you don't have to hold it down. And I think maybe this is part of that's part of the problem with the responsiveness, is that you don't have to hold down spacebar to continue to sprint. So what'll happen is you'll be moving up to something and you'll try hitting spacebar again to take cover against it, but it won't register because you'll still be mid sprint, and that's why I kind of sprinted past that my ally before when I was trying to res him. I don't know if there is a way, and I can check really quickly. I don't believe that there is. Taking a quick look at controls, I don't believe that there's a way to sprint untoggled, and it doesn't look like there is. So I almost wish that there was at least the option, like if you want to have sprint just go, if you just want to toggle sprint, you can do that, or have a hotkey that also only sprints while you're holding it down, and that way you can let go of the space bar, stop sprinting, and immediately take cover. But as it is now, kind of what has to happen is you have to stop moving forward by letting go of the forward key as well, not just the space bar, which kind of puts you in a vulnerable spot because you do that little slide there. You can also stop the sprint. By aiming as well. But I mean, who wants to stop sprinting to move straight into a standstill? Like, nobody wants to do that. And who wants to stop? Usually you're always wanting to keep moving forward. This is especially the case in multiplayer, and it's something that I found frustrating in the multiplayer. If I wanted to keep moving forward without sprinting, I would have to just take aim or to crouch. But otherwise, the only way to stop sprinting is to literally stop moving and stand in your footsteps. It's like, okay, well, that's not what I want to do. I want to keep moving. I just don't want to sprint anymore. So maybe that's a gripe that can be resolved in another way, but
How many men did you bring here, Agent?
that's the only way that I found to do it.
I'm done answering questions.
And it's kind of annoying.
Oh, really?
That's all. But that by no means does that mean you should write off the game. I mean, the game is still enjoyable. It's still been fun. That personally is an issue for me, and that's even something that they could hotfix, add in additional options or something like that. But I don't, whether or not they would do that, I don't know. That's the question, I guess, isn't it? Uh-oh. Alright, here we go. Blowing from the ceiling. Perfect.
He's done!
Like what? Lots of that in this game, too. Sandstorms will come by and completely take you over.
Watch out for that runner! Walker!
Whoops.
He's going for you!
Oh, wait. What? I thought that was like...
That was close.
Okay. So he's just some crazy guy.
Heads up! Tango trying to move! Watch it! Shotgun headed our way!
I am completely out of ammo. That is bad.
Adios! Hostile in the open!
There is a melee. Okay, there we go.
Got one!
Switch weapons and pick up the AK. And we continue to move forward. Lots of music in this game, too.
Watch out! Crazy fucker with a knife coming in! Weapon X with a bell team coming in a travel car!
Another crazy guy with a knife.
Shotgunner! He's moving up!
Alright, let's go ahead and give these guys some commands to take out some people. So again, as you can see, as long as there's someone within my vicinity,
Taking him down! Target down!
as long as there's someone within the line of sight there, I'm able to tell them to target them. there was a bunch of guys down here. What happened?
Sniper on the balcony,
AI take them
left
all
side.
out?
Target neutralized!
Keep an eye out. I'm reloading.
Put down that sniper!
Kill that guy.
Good, baby.
Kill that guy, please.
Hostile moving. Heads up. Got the target.
Incoming!
He's exposed. Take him down. Neutralized. Shit,
Ah.
man, we're taking some heavy fire here.
Sit behind cover to regenerate here. Don't want to die at this moment. That'd be embarrassing.
Holy shit. Did you guys see that psycho with the knife? Yeah, it was pretty damn hard to miss. Keep an eye out for anyone like him. A guy like that can fuck you up.
And now it's time to rappel down.
Before the 33rd decide he isn't with
Zipline. Zipline down to the next part. You can carry 2 weapons at most, the offhand and the main hand, like I mentioned earlier. Some weapons have things like a silencer, like this micro 9mm does. Some sort of an alternate fire or anything like that. And that is activated with C, which is the same thing that also zoomed the sniper rifle.
Aren't the 33rd supposed to be heroes? This torture sounds a bit extreme.
How well with the radio man running the show, it's not that hard to believe.
How you figure?
I actually think I met him once.
Oh, what's this?
Traveling with the 33rd. Weird guy. Kind you didn't want loose in a firefight.
Liar's Lair.
Never spoke to him, but the colonel trusted him completely. Couldn't figure out why. Well, it looks like that trust finally caught up with him.
So what makes you think he's the same guy?
Oh, that's his voice. You don't forget a voice like that.
Signal's still shit. We gotta go further down.
I'm moving
find a way out of
oddly
here.
Door up ahead.
quickly right
Copy
now.
the exit.
I don't know why. My guy is kind of doing a quick shuffle. Guess he just felt like, okay, there we go. That looked normal again. Time for some cinematics. Sandstorms, sand falling on you. Falling. Lots of this is happening in this game. This, you would die. He's dead. You do not live through this. That, okay, that alone would have split you in half. And no. Nope. Nope. You would have dislocated your arm. And yeah, he was ready there with this carabiner. He was all over that. That is just super unrealistic. That's too funny. And I am going to skip this. No, wait. I don't think they're giving away too much. Something falls and almost crushes you, and all sorts of terribleness is coming. So we split up from our crew. It's the current state of affairs, which starts us at Chapter 6. And that'll do it, guys. This was once more a quick look at Spec Ops The Line. This is going to give you a good idea of the type of gameplay that you can expect in this game, and it's going to give you a good idea of course, how the game looks. High quality 1080p, so long as YouTube doesn't fail and renders everything fully the way it should, then you're going to see it. Sometimes YouTube really fails. It makes me angry. Nevertheless, thanks for watching, guys. I might take a look at the game's multiplayer in another video, not sure. Tried it a bit, wasn't a huge fan. I just did not find it enjoyable at all. And it comes back down to just the controls. I would say that if you're looking for a new experience, a new third-person shooter, single-player campaign, this will be worth it. Not going to be the best thing in the world, but not the worst either. You could just die like that, talking to people while trying to record a video, you know, all sorts of things could happen. Alright guys, that does it. Thank you so much for watching this quick look once again of Spec Ops The Line campaign gameplay. Game is developed by Yager, published by 2K Games, currently $49.99, available on Steam. Let me read you off some of these key features here in this game
Luca, do you read?
before we leave. A new portrayal of the military shooter experience with twisting narrative uncertainties. So the story is something they're really pushing here. Action-packed third-person shooter gameplay provides an up-close and personal view into the brutality and emotion within combat. Command an intelligent and powerful squad of Delta Force soldiers. That's debatable. You have so little control over them. You can tell them to kill someone, and that's basically it. It's not like you can tell them to do all sorts of things. You can tell them to throw a flashbang in certain situations, or you can tell them to shoot someone, and that's it. And it goes on, talks about like the setting and customizable class-based blazing multiplayer. Yeah. Not terrible, not the greatest. If you're looking for a single-player experience, might want to give it a look. Maybe wait till it's on sale. It's $50. If you have that kind of money, who knows. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe. And don't forget to keep watching and keep owning.